Scholarship member of the Huskers, Tanner Borchardt. All right. So I'll let you start with questions with him.
Well, Santa brought a present to the locker room.
You'll see it on Twitter later.
Got a little Christmas cookie that said congrats, and then got a shower full of teammates for about a minute.
Yeah, it's fun.
Jump and huddle. But what a blessing.
Well, it's well deserved. Tanner's helped us in games. He's changed his body. Put himself into a situation where I feel confident when we do need him. Now we've been playing smaller rather than bigger, but the Big Ten's a different beast too. So we're proud of him and happy to have him and ease the load a little bit for the family.
This for second semester and next year?
Yeah. Well, we got to do all the paperwork and all that fun stuff.
You hinted that Tanner was going to possibly contribute. Did you ever imagine he would be in this position to where he'd be a scholarship guy?
When Tanner joined us last year and was with us this summer, I think this summer finally I saw him, turning the corner, so to speak, in terms of feeling more comfortable, more confident, maybe. Mm-hmm. Would that be right? And so as we do it, I just felt like, and he and I talked about this, that his goal was to earn the scholarship for the second semester, and it was open, and he more than earned it. So as I watched him and develop him, I have great confidence in him, and still think that any game, I'm ready to put him in.
Tanner, when you were in June and you're hoisting weights and losing sweat with Doobie and Jordy, and could you just kind of feel like you were different? It was going to be a different deal for you?
Yeah, I could tell that just the way my body was changing and the way I was moving on the court and the way that the coaches were talking to me and the confidence that they had in me during the summer, and just the way the coaches, they just looked at me different, I think, or I looked at them different. Something clicked, and I really thought I had a shot to earn that scholarship and help contribute to the team.
Tanner, we've talked about this, but you kind of had a different ride to get here. You walked on, left the team, came back. And was there a point where, a year or two ago, where you ever thought that you would be here right now?
No, I would never imagine how it happened. The way it happened, I never imagined that it would. And, it's such a blessing to be in this position, to leave the team and get the chance to come back. I thank Coach Miles again. But yeah, he's blessed me with many opportunities, and I'm happy for that.
Does this mean you're buying another round of Christmas presents for the family?
I might have to.
They should be buying it for you, my man. You're doing all the hard work.
You're off the payroll now. That's pretty good.
Anything else for Tanner?
Congrats, man.
Congrats, Tanner.
Well, you have a smile on your face, and Chris Collins, Patrick Chambers, and Steve Peichel don't. So
these Christmas times are just really difficult, and we've been through it, and got one more to go, and so we'll be locked in, and we'll find enough guys that can do it. Tonight we did. We had just enough guys that were locked in, and it's hard, but we have more depth, and I thought that Isaiah Roby did a good job and earned his minutes. Anton Gill was really good for us defensively and offensively, and Tom Allen I thought was good. And some nights when guys just aren't quite there, it's as a coach, I felt like it's necessary to send the message like, listen, Tom's got to prove to me he can't play, right? And if somebody's struggling or whatever, I'm gonna run him out there, and I know Anton can do it, and Isaiah and all those guys. So I thought Jordy had better minutes tonight too, and Palmer's Palmer. He'll do something wild and crazy one minute and go get you 5 points and 2 possessions the next.
How cool was it for you to get that opportunity for Thor at the end of that game?
Yeah, that was important to me. His 8 family members came over from Iceland, and so to be able to get him in the game and then him to make those 2 threes was pretty cool stuff. And that second one was deep. I thought I was going to be in the way, and so it was a neat night that way.
How anxious do you get for these games? I know you kind of touched on it already, but is
Well,
it,
I don't think I get too I was pretty anxious, I would say. I shouldn't say that. I was pretty anxious for the UTSA game. I was better today, just more confident in how we were going to come out. And I thought we did some pretty good things. We just kind of had, like, silly turnovers trying to make the extra pass, you know, and just stuff that we don't normally do. Like, Glenn tried to shovel at least 3 or 4 balls to guys that, like, what do you do? But, you know, those other guys were playing fine, so we were able to play them. And it's not that Glenn did that much wrong, but I just, you know, it was a good job to get, you know, Thomas extended minutes too on that. So, but, you know, we'll have to be mature and ready to build on Stetson to get us ready for Big Ten season.
When you've coached teams that contend for championships, that edge of having the chance to replace a guy and
Yeah, talent is everything when it comes to winning big. And, you know, and the idea that guys can afford to have off nights is huge, because sometimes you don't have enough talent, you have an off night, you get beat. And that could happen to us 2 or 3 times this year, but we've had enough depth to, you know, for teammates to pick their buddies up. And I think that might be why we're even a more cohesive team, too.
You mentioned Jordy playing a little bit better. It seemed like you kept the game really simple for him. His energy was really good. I thought out there he was kind of flying around. Is that kind of what you want to see out of him as he tries to find himself?
Yeah, I think he's carrying a burden is why he looks slow. I think, you know, and I think as he feels and makes better plays and maybe gets a block shot here or a easier layup there, you know, if he would just exhale on the free throw line maybe, you know, I mean, just relax a little bit and just play harder. But, you know, that's kind of in a sophomore slump, isn't he? And but we're sticking with him, and I believe in Jordy, and, you know, I think he's going to come through this, and we're going to need him in conference play.
how nervous were you when Isaiah went over the first row of the stands for that loose ball, and then Glenn comes hopping over on a bum ankle?
Yeah, you don't like to see those things, but I tell you what was really cool to see Roby jump up over about 3 guys and dunk it on half the team. Yeah, you worry about that, but you know what? I kind of always said, you know, the more you think about that, the more it happens. So we live in the positive and keep going forward.
If Santa dropped 2 presents in your stocking to make this team better, what would the 2 things be?
One would be an improved post play, no doubt, and the next would be some tenacity, just some and vinegar, right? Some oil and vinegar, some little edge. Tenacity. Is that a good word? I feel pretty good. 7 out of 13 in my high school class. So being able to use a big word like tenacity should end this press conference.
Spell it.
T-E-N, tenacity. T-E, use it in a sentence, Lee. Thank you very much.